So we're up early starting at 4 a.m.
Tomorrow on the KTLA 5 Morning News.
Now at 7, major developments in the weeks-long search for Hana Kobayashi, the Maui woman who disappeared last month after flying to L.A. What police have revealed tonight.
A father arrested in Compton in the shooting death of his own 9-year-old son. We'll have the latest on the tragic investigation.
And on this Cyber Monday, a disturbing new trend: thieves intercepting high-value Apple products, leaving the rightful owners empty-handed. Now on the news at 7. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And hi there, I'm Courtney Friel. In Tonight for Share, we begin this hour with breaking news in the search for Hana Kobayashi, who came to Los Angeles from Maui and then disappeared. Police now say Kobayashi has crossed the border into Mexico, and there is no sign of foul play. KTLA's Rachel Medetov live at LAPD headquarters in downtown LA. Rachel?
Micah, court investigators say security camera from the border shows Hana leaving the U.S., entering Tijuana by foot on November 12th. And this is one day after her family last heard from her via text. And according to police, she had all her luggage with her and she appeared unharmed. Now, Hana landed at LAX from Maui on November 8th. And for some unknown reason, she did not board her connecting flight to New York City and was subsequently seen at various locations around LA, including the Grove and a metro station near Crypto.com Arena. Police say she then took the MTA with her passport and cash to the U.S.-Mexico border. And in the video, she looks like she's fine. They haven't uncovered any evidence of foul play, as you mentioned, or evidence that would indicate that Hana is being trafficked. They have found evidence, though, on her social media that she was looking to, quote, disconnect from technology. On top of Hana's disappearance, police say they found her father, Ryan, dead by suicide on November 24th near LAX. He flew into town to try to find Hana. I want to play for you some of what Chief McDonald said about an hour ago. Listen.
Late yesterday, after traveling to the U.S.-Mexico border, we reviewed video surveillance from U.S. Customs and Border Protection, which clearly shows Kobayashi crossing the United States border on foot into Mexico. She was alone with her luggage and appeared unharmed. At this time, Kobayashi's case has been classified as a voluntary missing person.
Now, I spoke to a representative for the Kobayashi family. Tonight, they are feeling confused. They say this is completely out of character for Hana to be traveling alone, and they have not seen the video that police are referring to. Now, the chief of police did encourage Hana tonight to go to her local law enforcement, to connect with her loved ones, to call her family, to let them know that she is indeed okay. We're live downtown outside LAPD headquarters. I'm Rachel Medetov. I'll send it back to you in studio.
Rachel, thank you so much. Elsewhere, a San Fernando Valley man has been charged with battery after slapping an autistic child. Scott Sakajian was in court today in connection with the July 1st incident involving 10-year-old Alfredito Morales. Sakajian caught on video slapping the child after he claims the boy damaged his car. If convicted, Sakajian faces 6 months in prison.
31-year-old Raj Matharu of Northridge has pleaded not guilty to a federal charge of possession with intent to distribute methamphetamine after being busted at LAX last month with 2 suitcases containing clothing caked in over 2 pounds of meth residue. A trial is set for January. If convicted, Matharu faces 10 years to life in prison.
A brush fire that erupted Thanksgiving Day in parts of Riverside County is now fully contained. The wind-driven Canyon Crest Fire was reported first on Thursday around 5:30 in the Fontana area, forcing evacuations through Friday afternoon. Firefighters were able to hold the fire to just 254 acres.
Meanwhile, we're learning more about the airport fire, which burned more than 23,000 acres in Orange and Riverside counties in September. According to internal documents obtained by LAist, OC Public Works officials were alerted to the high fire danger as crews used heavy equipment to move large rocks in Trabuco Canyon. Despite that, they failed to follow proper procedure, including bringing water trucks for fire suppression in case of emergency. 3 hours after that high fire danger warning, the work site sparked the fire, which burned for weeks.
The tragic death of a 9-year-old boy takes an even more disturbing turn after the victim's father is arrested on suspicion of killing his own son. The boy was playing outside his grandparents' home in Compton on Saturday night when he was shot and killed. Our Sarah Welch has more.
Tonight, the boy's father is being held on $2 million bond. This as a makeshift memorial grows for Princeton Jones. As we learn more about this little boy with special needs, as concerns grow about what his home life was like.
I'm really sad to hear about his passing.
Alondra Delgado leaves flowers in front of the Compton home where 9-year-old Princeton Jones was shot and killed. On Sunday, Princeton's biological father, 32-year-old Nicholas Jones, was arrested on charges of murder and child abuse after Princeton was found shot to death in the backyard of his grandparents' home on Haskins Avenue Saturday night. The third grader was reportedly spending Thanksgiving holiday at his grandparents' when the shooting took place. Princeton had autism, and Alondra was one of his special needs teachers in kindergarten through 2nd grade and knew both parents.
I know that the mom just did the best that she could. He was smart. His mom was educated. She was going to school to work with kids like him.
But Alondra says while she never saw signs of physical abuse, she and other teachers did see signs of neglect and urged counselors to report it to DCFS.
He would come in the same clothes often, like all week, months, the same clothes. He looked like he hadn't been bathed for a while sometimes.
DCFS says the law prohibits the agency from commenting. There is a GoFundMe set up. You can find that at KTLA.com. The boy's father is due in court tomorrow. In Compton, Sarah Welch, KTLA 5 News.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
Janice Hahn has been sworn in for her 3rd and final term on the LA County Board of Supervisors. Hahn was sworn in by her brother, Superior Court Judge and former LA Mayor James Hahn, in a ceremony at the Kenneth Hahn Hall of Administration, named for their late father. Hahn has said tackling the homelessness crisis is among her top priorities for her next 4 years.
Meanwhile, a swearing-in ceremony is set to take place tomorrow at the Hall of Justice for LA County's newly elected District Attorney Nathan Hochman, who soundly defeated incumbent DA George Gascon in last month's election. The former federal prosecutor has promised a, quote, hard middle approach when it comes to balancing criminal justice reform and public safety. The oath of office will be administered by former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger.
A funding campaign is now underway to raise $80 million to support a multi-year revitalization of the 102-year-old Rose Bowl. 8 improvement projects are included in the campaign, some including refurbishment of the stadium's marquee sign and an overhaul of the sound system were already completed ahead of the UCLA football season. A second phase will include enhanced seating and the installation of a new video board.
And for the second straight week, the UCLA Bruins are ranked #1 in the AP Top 25 Women's Basketball poll. This after the team won 3 games in just 3 days in Hawaii over the holiday week. The USC Trojans, meantime, rank 6th in the poll. Neither of the teams appear on the men's Top 25 rankings.
A disturbing trend: Apple products ordered online are being intercepted by thieves. The thieves are stealing the high-value Apple products with alarming precision, leaving victims empty-handed and authorities baffled. KTLA's Gene Kang spoke to several victims and has more.
Hi there. Police say it's a crime happening more often from Glendale to Orange County. Thieves pretending to be someone else, stealing expensive Apple